The courtroom was packed, the tension thick, and the cameras rolling as Sean Diddy Combs took the witness stand in what has already been dubbed the trial of the decade. But no one, absolutely no one, expected what would come next. In a shocking moment of courtroom madness, Diddy broke decorum and set the entire room ablaze with chaos, after making what many are calling a disrespectful and calculated jab at fellow celebrity Will Smith. Just moments after the words left his mouth, the judge slammed her gavel with fury, issuing a stark and unforgettable warning to the bad boy mogul. The ripple effect of this moment is sending shockwaves throughout Hollywood, social media, and legal circles alike. The chaos erupted as Diddy, currently facing intense scrutiny amid an avalanche of legal battles and disturbing allegations, began his testimony under oath. Everyone in the courtroom expected fireworks. After all, this trial has been nothing short of a media storm since its inception. However, no one predicted that Diddy, under pressure and cameras, would choose this pivotal moment to throw shade at one of the most respected names in entertainment. The jab was subtle in delivery, but its implications were as loud as a thunderclap. While speaking about the pressures of fame and maintaining one's image in the public eye, Diddy said, "At least I don't slap people at award shows and then act like a motivational speaker the next day." The courtroom fell into stunned silence. Gasps echoed through the halls. Everyone knew exactly who he was talking about: Will Smith, who infamously slapped Chris Rock at the 2022 Academy Awards before issuing a public apology and later speaking about emotional healing and responsibility. The judge, clearly caught off guard, was visibly disturbed by the comment. She swiftly leaned forward, her voice cutting through the silence like a blade. "Mr. Combs, this courtroom is not a platform for personal vendettas or celebrity commentary. You will maintain the integrity of these proceedings, or I will hold you in contempt." That moment marked a turning point, not only in the day's proceedings but potentially in the entire trajectory of Diddy's defense strategy. Speculation immediately exploded across social media. Clips of the exchange were uploaded and shared at lightning speed. Hashtags like #DiddyClownswill, #CourtroomChaos, and #JudgeOfStiddy began trending globally within the hour. Fans and critics alike began dissecting Diddy's motivations. Was it a moment of spontaneous frustration or a calculated dig? Some argued that Diddy was trying to deflect attention from his own mounting troubles by invoking another celebrity scandal. Others believe it was a moment of honest exasperation, revealing just how far the pressure has pushed him. But perhaps the bigger question is, why Will Smith? Why bring up an incident that, while still memorable, has largely been buried under newer headlines? Theories abound. Some insiders believe that Diddy harbors a long-standing grudge against Smith, possibly rooted in old industry tensions. Others suggest that Diddy sees Smith as a symbol of Hollywood's double standards, where some stars are forgiven swiftly while others, like himself, are dragged through the mud without reprieve. Whatever the case, the courtroom jab has now become the most talked-about moment of the trial to date. Adding fuel to the fire, Will Smith's camp has reportedly issued a terse statement in response to Diddy's remark. "Mr. Smith is focused on his family, his work, and healing. He will not be distracted by irresponsible and unprovoked commentary," the statement read. While brief, the response was pointed and carried a tone of icy detachment, making it clear that Smith has no intention of engaging publicly with Diddy's theatrics. However, insiders close to Smith say he was deeply disappointed by the comment and felt unnecessarily targeted during a time when accountability should be Diddy's primary concern. Legal experts are also weighing in, noting that the judge's warning could have serious implications for the rest of Diddy's testimony. According to courtroom analysts, judges do not issue such stern warnings lightly. "This was a moment of absolute breakdown in courtroom protocol," said high-profile attorney Monica Hardaway. Diddy's comment didn't just disrupt the proceedings, it potentially undermined his own credibility with the judge and jury. No one in that courtroom will forget the moment he brought Will Smith into a testimony that had nothing to do with the actor. The day's events spiraled from there. The prosecution seized on Diddy's outburst, painting it as further evidence of his inability to take responsibility and maintain composure under pressure. In their follow-up questioning, they asked whether Diddy felt above the law or immune to public accountability. Diddy, visibly rattled, attempted to backtrack, saying, I didn't mean to disrespect anyone. I was just speaking on how hard it is to stay real when everyone wants a show. But the damage had already been done. Jurors, who had earlier appeared attentive and neutral, now wore expressions of visible skepticism. Backstage, courtroom aides whispered about the sudden flurry of activity. Reporters scrambled to file urgent updates. News anchors cut into their broadcasts to cover the breaking development live. The moment became the subject of countless memes, think pieces, and video breakdowns. Some saw it as a moment of reckless honesty, others as an unforgivable lapse in judgment. But no one could deny it was a moment that changed the tone and stakes of the trial irrevocably. This trial has already seen its fair share of jaw-dropping moments. From surprise witnesses to sealed testimonies being unsealed, from high-profile names being dragged into the spotlight to bombshell revelations that would make even the most seasoned gossip blogger's head spin. It's been a spectacle unlike any other. But this moment, this single jab at Will Smith, has taken the drama to a new and potentially irreversible level. What began as a celebrity trial is now being viewed as a symbolic clash of egos, reputations, and legacies. In the hours following the testimony, analysts began comparing Diddy's behavior to that of other embattled celebrities who have let their emotions derail their legal defenses. The name Kanye West surfaced multiple times in commentary, as did Britney Spears and even Amber Heard. Diddy's in court for very serious allegations, said criminal defense analyst Carl Washington. This is not the time to be throwing shade. Every word counts, and every slip of the tongue has consequences. Yet, not everyone was critical. Some of Diddy's fans defended him passionately, arguing that the comment was not that deep and that everyone is making a mountain out of a molehill. He didn't lie, though. One viral tweet read, "Will Smith did slap Chris Rock, and then went on an apology tour. Diddy just said what a lot of people are thinking." Others accused the judge of bias, arguing that celebrities are often held to a higher unfair standard in the courtroom and public opinion. Still, others saw Diddy's actions as evidence of his unraveling. "This is a man under extreme pressure," said pop culture psychologist Dr. Aaron Marsh. "What you're seeing is the manifestation of immense stress, possibly guilt, and the collapse of the carefully curated image he's maintained for decades." His jab at Will Smith wasn't about Smith. It was a projection of Diddy's internal chaos. Whatever the interpretation, one thing is abundantly clear. Diddy's courtroom misstep has shifted the cultural and legal narrative surrounding this trial. He's no longer just a music mogul under fire, he's now the face of a larger debate about celebrity accountability, justice, and the dangers of mixing ego with legality. And with the trial still far from over, this could be just the beginning. More testimonies are expected in the coming days, and sources say the prosecution may now consider calling character witnesses who can speak to Diddy's public persona versus his private behavior. There is even speculation that Will Smith himself may be called to the stand, though legal experts say such a move would be extremely unlikely unless relevant to the case. Regardless, Diddy has opened a Pandora's box, and it's unclear whether he can close it again. As the courtroom doors closed for the day and Diddy left under the protection of his legal team, reporters shouted questions about his Will Smith comment. Diddy remained silent, his face stoic, but his body language suggested a man weighed down by more than just legal troubles. The judge's warning will now loom over every word he speaks in court going forward, and the public, always watching, always ready to react, will continue to dissect, debate, and judge every moment. This trial may yet determine Diddy's legal fate, but in the court of public opinion, the verdicts are already coming in, and they are as divided as they are passionate. One thing is for certain, when Diddy clowned Will Smith in court, he didn't just throw shade, he ignited a firestorm. And there you have it, chaos in the courtroom, as Diddy crosses the line and the judge lays down the law. With Will Smith's name now dragged into the storm and the world watching every move, this trial just went from high profile to explosive. What happens next? Will Diddy recover from this courtroom catastrophe? Or has he sealed his fate with a single outburst? Will more celebrity names get pulled into the drama? One thing's for sure. This story is far from over. Stay locked in with ISPR News BNA, where we bring you the truth behind the headlines and the secrets behind the stars. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because the next twist could drop any second. Until then, stay woke, stay watching, and remember, In Hollywood, the courtroom is just another stage.